be favored. I expect her to win the race with given a clean break and no serious traffic problems. Johnny V is having a good season. You know, everything he's on seems to be magic. He rides a lot of 2-year-olds for Wesley Ward. And I think, like I say, I think this is going to be a major player come Breeders' Cup time in November at Del Mar. So, yeah, I hate to give out a lot of times something obvious like Captain Obvious, but this seems like something that they're going to have to run a lot to beat this Run Happy filly, the number 7 Happy Soul. Now, this brings us to the second Asmussen runner in the race, the number 8 Eagle Express, written by his mainstay rider, Ricardo Santana Jr. And Eagle Express is a Texas bred. So this Texas bred ran against Open Company the first time. She's 1 for 2. She broke her maiden in the restricted stake at Lone Star, the Texas Stallion division. And her buyer at 67, of course, it was run on the fast track. Her buyer at 67 is actually 4th best in this particular race. She's 10-1 on the morning line. She's a 2-year-old filly by Eagle. And like I said at first before I introduced the 4 Velvet Star, which of the Asmussen runners do you think is better? Do you automatically go to the Santana horse, or do you look and see, wow, what? You know, is it the 4 or is it the 8? I think it's the 8. You know, the Texas bred against the New York bred. I think that, you know, I'm not saying that Eagle Express, I'm going to put her on the same plateau as Happy Soul, the 7, but I look for a second or third place finish from Eagle Express. Great post position. Consider and watch the action. I think she is going to outbreak the 9 Cartel Queen, who I'll get to in a second. But I think Eagle Express will break right behind Happy Soul and drop over. And then I think Ricardo is going to try to set behind a wall. Hope there's a speed duel. Hope that a speed duel develops up front, and then can try to go ahead and make his move. Now, you know, Saratoga is a track that I really don't care what a lot of people say when we have this debate. But to me, Saratoga has always been a speed favoring track on dirt and on the inner. And you know, there was one season, I think in 2016, to where I'd never seen the amount of horses on the main track come from out of it like they did. But for the most part, you know, I've seen so many times where there have been fast fractions and the wall of horses up front. And then you're looking back for a Rosario or Eddie De La Houssaye. He doesn't ride anymore, but you're looking back there for a Rosario or somebody else like that to come from out of it. And it just doesn't happen. These horses stick. They may close and pass up, you know, the 3rd and 4th place finisher or something like that. But it seems like a lot of times they're never threatening to get to the winner. And this is how I think the race is going to develop tomorrow. I think Eagle Express has a chance to make some noise. She is going to have to be on top of her game, and she is going to have to get a fast pace. And Ricardo is going to have her no more than 5 lengths back when it's time to press the button. So that's how I look at it. Like I said, I don't think she'll beat Happy Soul. The cards have to line up right. The stars have to line up however you want to use it. And I think that this Texas bred has somewhat of an outside chance to upset the apple cart. That's the 8 Eagle Express with Ricardo Santana, trained by Hall of Famer Steve Asmussen. The final horse in the field on the outside, the number 9 filly, Cartel Queen. She's a Carol Prince runner, and she's adding blinkers. And this is the second runner for Tom Amos. Now, this is very interesting. She's adding blinkers off a win. Now, I never thought maybe they changed the rules. Maybe it's on the circuit in California that I'm used to, like Del Mar, Santa Anita, Old Hollywood Park. I don't remember ever a trainer being allowed to add or remove blinkers off a win. Now I'm looking, I looked here and say, well, maybe I overlooked they won but got disqualified. But no, I don't see any disqualifications. This was a straight win at Churchill. A 1-58 flat. It was her second start. She beat 6 fillies home that day. And, having the outside, like I say, having blinkers, she runs in her first couple of starts. She was right there near the lead. I'm not sure, now, I understand that blinkers a lot of times are not only designed to put more speed into a runner, but, I'm figuring out, the blinkers would kind of lessen her chances if she's going to try to run with Happy Soul and these other fast fillies in the race, especially given her post position. I can see these blinkers coming on her and she's getting out too fast. And then when she gets into Amsterdam, you see that term blinkers off. And then you will see a bigger threat. So blinkers on today or tomorrow, I don't think much of a threat at the end of the race. But I think if she runs fast early, she's too keen, she's too much into the bit, then you're going to see her in the Amsterdam with blinkers off at maybe a similar or higher price, depending upon how she performs here tomorrow. So another good thing, what she has is a July 9th Saratoga main track work in the mud of 47-1, which was the best of 10 runners that day. So that's a good thing. Tomlinson number says 347. That's kind of average for wet track runners. Like I said, I don't know exactly how the track is going to be tomorrow. Some of my selections and the order that I choose them in, how I play them in horizontal and vertical plays, are going to depend upon how the track turns up and how if one of these runners are scratched. And that always throws a monkey wrench in your plans when, you think 9 are going to run and then 2 scratch, and then you have to reconfigure everything. But I'm just kind of going with, the 9 runners here because I wanted to have an episode out the day before Saratoga. I don't want to wake up tomorrow. I usually do that most of the time, but today for opening day or tomorrow for opening day, I kind of want it done the night before so a lot of listeners can kind of get into it the night before, wake up Thursday morning with their coffee and tea and breakfast and kind of listen to it, hopefully, and then kind of do their handicapping based upon a lot of information I offer and give. And even just for entertainment purposes, I'm okay with that too. So yeah, the 9 Cartel Queen with blinkers on. Don't like her. But like I said, we'll see how she fares here tomorrow. And then I'm looking for blinkers to come off of her when this race is over tomorrow for the Amsterdam, if she's fortunate enough to run in that grade 2 race. So basically the 2 horses I like, or the best horse I like outside of Happy Soul, just for the record, is the 3 Pipeline Girl. And like I said, I do expect her odds to decrease by post time from that 8-1. That's not going to matter. That's just kind of like food for thought, little other information that's free. And so, yeah, that's the horse I think to me is the main threat to the 7 Happy Souls. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's my analyst on the grade 3 Schuylerville for opening day tomorrow. The 9 fillies, a New York bred, a Florida bred, a Texas bred, and the rest are Kentucky bred. So very interesting. We'll see how it turns out, and give me some feedback. I'm going to go ahead and also later on, or probably tomorrow morning before the races start, I'm going to offer a late pick 5, maybe even an early pick 5 or a middle pick 4. But when I'm doing that, I do kind of want to wait for all the scratches to come up and some more definite track conditions. So ending this episode here right now. Good luck at Saratoga tomorrow and for the entire meet. Please tune in again to another episode of Thoroughbred Ticket. Watch and follow me, support me, free to listen. Have a good day, folks, at Saratoga tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you for listening to Thoroughbred Ticket, a handicapping insight of upcoming stakes and other outstanding races from major tracks in North America. So remember, as Kenneth likes to say, your winning ticket could be a life-changing winning ticket.